Hi everyone, Emma here. I'm so excited to show you how to put a button clasp on one of these Herringbone Superduo bracelets. So when I started doing them, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to put to attach these guys. So this was actually Lois mentioned putting a button on there. And if you've seen my videos, I have like a whole box that's like separated of these gorgeous check button. So yeah, I could, it's funny. I have some really beautiful colors. I don't have any pinks, but I thought maybe the metallic color with that. So we're going to attach this to this side here. And on this side here, we're going to do herringbone, but we're going to use the two middle rows, and I'll tell you why. You could use the outer rows and do like a loop around, but I kind of want the rows to sit closer together so that it's kind of like pinched a bit. And my camera is like asking me to focus. So I like it to be pinched a bit so that it nicely secures the button. So I thought since we have this really crazy, this is like my favorite color and I can't remember. It's always out of stock. I get these from Potomac Beads. I got a whole bunch of these from Kath from England too. If I come up with the name, I'll put it in the description. It's a really gorgeous color. So let's get a few of these beads out. I think this should kind of line up with the, I was hoping to get maybe some like metallic pink this way, but we're going to see what happens. So I'm going to put I already have my thread, so I'm just going to use those threads for this. I'm just going to thread my needle. And if you're interested in making this bracelet, definitely take a look at my video. I will be doing another video, believe it or not. I'm getting better at like hand placement and showing you where things are. Because this is a two-sided bracelet, it sometimes is hard for me to show you on camera. And before I get started on this, I should show you the other two clasps. So this was the first one I did, was a metallic or a magnetic clasp, and I just added a twin bead inside, just sewed it into this here. It turned out okay, but I think I could have done a little better, but there it is. It's my first try, so we'll just say it's a good try. And then this is the one for my sister. I absolutely love this one. And I'm just looking at this one now. I see how I have less thread on the edges here. I may kind of rework this a bit, because I really don't like threads like that showing. So I might take that off and fix it. Maybe add a bead. I think this one was a little easier to manipulate than this one. Let me see if I can. Oh, you know what? If I round it with my fingers, it will meet up. So I can just add some thread and get that. Good, good, good. It's amazing what I learn from you guys. You know what? This was getting ready to go in the mail, so I would have never thought of that aspect of it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to bring my my thread into maybe these 4 beads. This is way too small here. Into these middle 4 beads so that it will sit. It actually wants to sit near the end ones, so we might keep it for the end. Now, with these, there is a bit of a, a lip kind of thing. So your loop should go around. Sometimes if I'm worried that the loop won't be able to stay on something, I will add a few beads before I put my button on, and it just lifts the button up away, a little bit away from your bracelet, so that that loop can go around it. So we'll see when let me just bring my thread down and over. There. Okay. So I'm going to just test it out. We're going to do something different, but because we're going to put beads here. But I just want to see how, I'll go just down one. I think I like the idea of putting a bead or two there first. So let's come back out of here and out through here. Okay. I am going to attach it in here. So let's go through that one. So I'm going to pick up one. And you know what? I have seen these buttons put on this way as well as this way, but you know which way I'm putting it on. Like that. And so you see what I mean? It will just lift it up a bit off the bracelet. Now I want to see what to put in the middle here. I think 3 beads should be enough. Oh, these, I am shocked at how nicely these match. Okay, so then go back through the other hole. Pick up a bead. Okay, so we are coming out of that bead, so I want to go through the next one, sitting beside it, like that. There. Oh, that's lovely. So you get 3. You can add more than that. I've seen where, you know, maybe probably in, like, you would go 4 or 5 beads, so these stick up a bit. But actually, I think that looks perfect for that. And then you can see what I mean with the, sorry, with the 2 there. So now I'm coming out of this bead here. I'm going to go through this single bead, and I can actually, this is turned. I can see the thread is twisted. Let's just turn that so the holes line up. There, like that. So go through the end of that pink bead, and you can actually go through the copper bead, I think, maybe, and through the hole. Look at that. And let's see if I can get that a little snug. Then go through all the beads. Oh, it's quite snug. I should probably use a smaller needle, like a size 12, so that it'll bend, because this is just pulling the beads up. Okay, go down that hole, go down that bead, and go down the pink one, like that. And my thread just came off. So we're going to secure this. My thread's off. It was quite a small tail, so let me put that on there. There. I think we need to do one more go around. That. And actually for this, I don't have to worry about my needle. If you go through, like I did here, went through that first bead, then you can just go straight down into that hole. And we'll pick up that other bead and go through the pink one as well, like that. Tight. Yeah, this is quite precarious here. So let me just go through here and we're going to tie this off. Grab a thread bridge. I'm going to go down one more. Seems to be tight in that spot. There. I think it's just these beads are big. These are the Tohos. There we go. Go around once and twice. Pull it snug. Bring that in. And we will just tie our thread through a few more beads. And there. I felt that pop in place, so that's good. Just line this bead up. I think it was too tight. There. So there's the buttons on there, nice. Okay. Let's just cut this thread. And we have a big tail on this one, so won't be running into that problem. Put this on. So we're going to do a loop using herringbone. In case you weren't bored of herringbone already. The lovely things we can do with herringbone. Okay. So we're going to do the herringbone. We're going to turn this around. So let's go through this bead here. Like that. We're going to just continue it on the end. So I'm actually just going to bring my thread over. Like that. Okay, so like I said, normally, you know, most people would probably go from here to here, but I don't want like a big fat loop or wide loop. I want it narrow, especially at the end here. So I'm going to do the herringbone here. It's going to look weird because we're going to be going in the opposite direction of the herringbone, but hey, they're different size beads too, so there. So we're coming out of this bead. We're going to go through this one. And actually, we're just going to keep going in a loop, I guess. I was thinking we'd do two rows, but we don't want to do 2 rows. We want to do just one line of them. So pick up 2 more. I'm going to go through just so that it's nicely secured to this pink to add the next one. There. So we're just going to keep doing that and just make sure. I find this thread, this is the same size thread, it's a size 6. But I find the white or the clear is so much thinner than the green, and actually I really have to say I don't like it at all. It frays and comes apart. So if you're, you know, wondering about a less expensive alternative to Fireline, I highly recommend Potomac Beads Dragon Thread, but I caution you with the clear, and the black I found was thin too. So okay, so pick up 2 and then go. So now I reinforced like I went through a bunch that time. I'm not going to do that anymore. I think this is probably plenty, like that. So keep going. Oh, my thread. This is part of the problem with this thread. It's so thin it comes off the bigger needles. I'm going to try with this, and if it keeps coming off, we'll put a tinier needle. Now, I've just flipped it. I was thinking it might be easier, but down there, so cross over and go up. Go 2. Go up 2. So you would probably, yeah, this is going to come off again. Let me grab a teeny needle, a size 12. Nothing worse that you can feel the thread coming out in your hand. You're like, oh, I'm losing my thread. But I have to say, I've gotten so much better at threading needles. It was so funny. My sister was telling me when she was visiting in May. She said, yeah, I can't believe how fast you can thread a needle on camera. I'm like, oh, go check my old videos. It wasn't like that. So I was going to say how long you would need to do this. Just go around. I would think probably, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think maybe another 17. So, 7 for each side and then 10 across would easily go around that button. So we'll try that. So it's right here. It's funny. It's not even, well, I guess it's just, yeah, it's not even March yet. And I'm already thinking about my sister visiting in May. And did I miss, I only have one bead on there. That happens sometimes. Let's see if I can go a little quicker for you. Yeah, this is. So May is my birthday, so that's why I get excited too. And I'm sure that's why she comes to visit me on my birthday. And believe it or not, I had my breast cancer surgery the week before my birthday. So they came the week after. I think it was the week after. And I say they, my brother-in-law Peter. And then the next year was I had a hysterectomy and pelvic surgery repair and stuff like that. So, I thought I would be doing so much better physically after having that pelvic surgery, and I have been able to do stuff. But now I have cardiac issues. Like I'm getting a lot of chest pain and shortness of breath, and so my doctor's really concerned. I saw her on Friday. And I was like, oh, the osteopath says, it's pretty common with radiation to get tightness in the ligaments and stuff. She's like, no, Emma, this is, she named like 3 symptoms I was having, and she said, this is pretty certain cardiac. So she said, I've put the referrals in, I'll update them and so that they know. But she said, if anything changes, you have to call 911. So I was a bit shocked, to say the least. And of course, this last week, I've been getting really bad chest pain. So I will take it seriously. I'm just looking at some of these beads, like this one here has like a black spot on it. I don't know. Oh, it looks like it's just the bead is dented or something. Oops. So I hope everyone's doing okay. I know a lot of people, a lot of my subscribers have health issues or family members with health issues. So I'm thinking about you guys. Going to be doing some more lives. So I did one last week. I felt like it was a little, I think I used the word boring. I was corrected. Some people were like, no, it's not boring. It's like having a friend over. I'm like, okay. I have this very high standard of, providing interesting content for you guys. So to just turn the camera on and just jibber jabber, as I call it. But I enjoy it too, so that's nice. Let's see where we're at with this. So we're almost there, I think. At least 10 more. So we had rain and then snow, but so we have snowbanks everywhere right now, which is unusual for us in Nova Scotia. We're right on the water, the ocean. There's so much moisture in the air that even if we get snow and the temperatures aren't that like I want to say high, but it's actually low, that there's not a lot of freezing going on. So if we get snow, it usually melts, and we usually get rain the following day, something like that. So we did get rain, and they were calling for a flash freeze and stuff, but we were fine. We went for a walk today, although it was freezing. We're like, okay, let's not do that again. My face was so cold that my jaw hurt. I was in my sinuses. I'm like, okay, this is cold. Probably not what the doctor ordered. I missed going through this last one here. I don't know why if I'm doing this from the wrong side or what, but my hand position seems awkward. Am I doing it left-handed or something? There we go. What is going on here? Oh, I went through the wrong hole. I think part of it's hard to grab a hold of this properly, so Of course, I'm getting to the end of my thread here, so this is not a bright idea. We have an assistant with us. He's going to start he's rubbing the camera with his... Are you saying hi to the people? Are you saying hi, kitty? Are you saying hi? Sorry about the... Okay, so this is what he does, and he drives us nuts. But he does this at 5 in the morning. And he rubs himself on the lamps in the bedroom and knocks them. They're big, so he knocks them on the floor. Of course, you got stuff on your side table, so all of that goes flying. So we're starting to learn the last person that gets up to pee at 5 in the morning has to close the door. Otherwise, we're going to get woken up by a purring kitty. Kitty, I think you should stop that. I don't think my people appreciate it too much. Okay, let's see where we're at. I think we're close. A little bit more. Okay, that's enough. Get, shoo. I never used to use that word, shoo. Until I was visiting my sister one time. This was when her girl, she's got 3 daughters, when they were really young. And we'd be sitting on the couch talking, and they'd come and ask her for stuff, and she'd answer their questions and tell them, yeah, you can go have an ice cream, do this, do that, right? And then she'd say, okay, shoo. I'm like cracking up. Sylvia, you can't. That's for animals. She's like, no, it works for them too. And then she's cuddling with one of the daughters, and she says, I love you. You're my favorite. So her daughter goes away. I said, Sylvia, you can't do that. She goes, oh no, I tell them all that. It was so funny. So I am look at my thread. I think what I'll do is run through this with another piece of thread to reinforce it. In case you were getting worried. I got it. I got it covered. I wonder if my sister's in Florida. Going to Disney. Okay, I don't think I can get any more out of this thread. Let's go through here. Yeah, I can't even turn my thread around. It is right on the edge. Okay. So if we were to, let's just, oh, it's on the opposite end here. Pretend like something like that. Oh yeah, that would work. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna tie this in, but I'm gonna reinforce this whole thing. Just go through a bunch just for the sake of the video, but definitely you would tie these in a knot into the, just gonna go through, bring that thread through there like that. This is my trick. If you run out of thread, but you need to tie it off, and you can't even get your needle around with your thread in it, so I'm just gonna wet this a bit. put your needle where you need it. So I've got it through those beads. And then thread it. And pull it through. Okay. See what I mean about the fraying? And this is supposed to be nylon fused thread. So it just irritates me that it does this. Okay, so then bring it through. And pull that through for now. I'm going to go back and reinforce this after the video. I apologize. I thought I'd take a shortcut. You know where shortcuts get you. Nowhere fast. So again, I would attach that second bead to that second bead of the pink. So you can do it this way, or you can flip it this way, like that. And then there's your clasp for this bracelet. Kind of like different color, but you know, you got the idea. Stay tuned. I'm going to do some more of these clasp ones. I promise I'll be more prepared for my demonstration with longer threads. That's like the bane of our existence as beaders, right? I'm running out of thread. I got like 4 beads to put on and I have no thread to put it through. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Let's get that. I can see. There. Ta-da. Bye for now.